Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest 2.7.2. We are here with the Starry Skies pack today with our wolf Kuma, who unfortunately had a very bad run-in with an elk, with a bull elk last time. So Kuma actually ended up dying, which was not part of the plan. He ended up getting kicked in the head and drowning. A lot of you guys theorized that the elk actually held him down in the water, and that was kind of extreme. That was very extreme, Willow. Very, very extreme indeed. Also, this is a really cool tree stump we're looking at for just a second. All these new ambient pieces are so cool, you guys. But I did think it was kind of interesting because technically that was our second death by elk in the Starry Skies, since we did lose little Draco in the very first litter that Star Dancer and her mate Geo had to elk. So I really didn't anticipate that. It seems like the elk have become a lot more dangerous. But we are also pretty tough ourselves. Oh, and there's a little bit of food over here. Let's go ahead and run across the river. I think we have done enough hunting for now, and it is about time to go ahead and move over to our den, to claim our den as our own space, and to get ready to have our new little litter of puppies. I'm pretty excited about that because you guys last time voted on which puppy spirits to send down to be part of our wolf pack. And it was really exciting because each one of those choices had different implications. 1 out of the 5 choices could result in one of our previous wolves being reborn, including Basil. So you guys have the opportunity to have Basil having been reborn and have his shot at life. Don't you want to eat, Willow? And Kuma seems like he has a huge appetite. He just like goes and keeps eating all the time. Willow, aren't you hungry? No? Yes? Maybe so? Alright, are there any more elk in the area? If I was an elk and there were this many dead elk in the area, I would get out of the area. So I'm really not surprised not to see any elk. We're gonna actually look for some bears really quickly. So let me see if I can find... Okay, we need 2 more bears and then we can earn back the ancestor blessing that we lost when Kuma went and drowned by elk. So, and that's the second wolf that's done that, which is very interesting. It's not like he was kicked to death on land. He still had health. It was like he was held down and drowned suddenly. So very, very extreme. Definitely working on that struggle to survive in the wild there. All right, but yes, you guys voted on which wolf pup spirits to send down this time, and that was really fun. And I think every litter we may provide the opportunity for you guys to vote on what wolf spirits end up being sent down to the next generation. And there's always going to be one option in there that will mean, oh yes, a den is nearby. I'm trying to see if we can find a bear or 2 before we mark that den though. And I'm also trying to see if any foxes show up, because you guys have said that foxes do appear around this area, like around the Saddle Meadows area. Is that a fox or is it just a log? This is just a log, not a fox. All right, Kuma, give it a good sniff everywhere. Make sure there's no bears hiding in the spot you're going to be making your den at, sir. I feel like the trees are very different over here. This is really cool. I guess this is the first time we've been over here since the update. How neat. But yeah, you guys voted on which wolf pup spirits to send down, and all 4 out of 5 of those options will have wolf pups that will have special abilities, and we don't have to get really attached to the one that's born with special abilities. Only 1 out of the pups is going to be born with special abilities. 1 out of 5 of those options are just going to let the wolf pups kind of be blank slates, and we can work with them however we want to. And like I said before, 1 out of those options in the future, whenever you're sending down the spirits from the skies into the new generation to be born, will be one of the wolves who previously was part of our pack. Perhaps even one of the wolves who died as a puppy, gaining a chance at a new life. And I thought that would be a really interesting story dynamic, so that has been added in. And okay, we're still looking for bears. I'm not finding any bears. Kuma, let's run around and look for bears for a second. What's this? That's not, it's another stick. It's just a stick, Kuma. You know, normally we don't come over to this thing. Look, stranger wolf pack. Yeah, you growl at that stranger wolf pack. Let's see if we can get just a tiny bit of a closer look at what these ones look like. This is not the druid pack, so we don't have to worry about the blood feud when it comes to spirit. Oh, geez. That's a really dumb coyote, if you ask me. Oh my goodness, coyote. You better watch out. Okay. Alright, and what do these guys look like? I'm not going to get too close. Mostly black wolves, and it looks like a reddish brownish wolf. Interesting. What do you think, Willow? Well, you guys stay on that side, I'll stay on my side, and then we should be able to make everything work out, okay? Alright, and that coyote, it's like headed straight for our food. Let's see if the coyote will lead us to perhaps a bear. No, the coyote's just running for it. Alright, I really do want to see if we can find a bear before we have our pups, though. But yeah, you guys will be voting on kind of what the personality of the pups born are going to be, and it will help me figure out the naming theme that will end up going with each of the wolf pups too. And one of those wolf pups will be special, or they could all just be plain. There is 1 out of 5 options there too. And let's see, and that's just going to be another fun dynamic. Also, you guys did vote on Spirit, so we now know Spirit's personality, and we'll go ahead and move over to the den since I can't seem to find. Everything is just a tiny bit different, and it's throwing me off on Saddle Meadows, so we'll have to get used to the new Saddle Meadows. I actually really love that. I wouldn't mind if every time you loaded like in the map into a new time to have litters, I wouldn't mind if things changed a little bit. Like the forest looked a little different every single time you came. That would be amazing. But yeah, you guys have voted on what Spirit's personality is, and I'll go ahead. Yeah, it looks like I could have sworn there was like our bear rock over here that constantly, endlessly had bears. And it doesn't look like it's here anymore, unless this is it. I'm pretty sure this is Bear Rock. Alright, any bears in this area? No? Huh. Maybe the curse of the bear really is broken forever. Kuba, your little perk isn't going to help us very much if that's the case. Well then. Alright, let's go ahead and start marking our den. And I will let you guys know what you voted on for Spirit. All right, we're going to make this our den. It's the traditional family den. Yay! All right, and now we just need to wait. There we go. Mission complete. Now we're going to go ahead and start marking our territory. And this is where Spirit has been. And you guys have voted, and you have decided that Spirit is going to be a very cautious wolf who's he really thinks things through before he puts one paw in front of the other. And he observes things for a long time. So he's a very critical thinker. He's friendly still, but he is extremely cautious. So he might be perhaps even overly cautious. Doesn't really roam very far from the den. So in the future, you guys will remember that aspect of his personality, and it will affect the kinds of adventures that we have. And it will affect, like what we do. All right, there we go. Oh, there's an owl. Yeah, it'll affect the kind of really cool little adventures that you guys will have to vote on in the straw poll. So yes, Spirit is... Oh, there's that coyote again. Hey, back off. Hey, I think Kuma would be like a big barker, if that makes sense. Like he's gonna growl and howl and be very vocal at keeping away any intruders to his territory. I thought I heard something. Like the plane. I'm so used to playing with Star Dancer. I was like, is that the plane? No. Yeah, everything looks just a little different. It seems like there's more trees, less bushes. We'll have to see how things look once it becomes spring. That'll be really exciting. All right, and I have rolled to change the difficulty level when it becomes spring, so that's going to be really fun. All right, let's go. And I know which kind of wolf pup spirits are going to be born because of what you guys have voted on. It was very interesting. One of those choices, like I said, will from now on always have the spirit of a wolf who could potentially be reborn. And if you guys like that idea, we can make it so it's more than 1 out of 5 chance of a spirit being reborn to have another shot, especially if they didn't have a chance to survive as puppies. Like if they died as a puppy, we might give them a second chance to come back. What's going on? I hear a coyote. I don't see a coyote. Coyote, we're about to have puppies here. I don't have time for your nonsense. Alright, and Spirit is probably just like, I would bet he's roaming the edges of the territory around the den site, observing what's over there. But yeah, if you guys like the idea of having... Hey, what do you think, Willow? Are you gonna help pee? Oh, Willow, you're gonna have puppies! That's what you were coming to tell me. Okay, but yeah, if you guys like the idea of having the ancestor spirits, and again, look in the video description for the link to the documents to be able to see a huge list now of all of the wolves who have ever been born. I'm still updating that list and making it look nice, but at least the names are there. So if you want to see all the wolves who have ever been born in our packs, you can go over to that list. And if you like the idea of potentially having the wolves who are either the ancestors and or the wolves who were puppies who didn't get to make it to the summer hunting grounds be reborn, then let me know and I can make it so either there's always one reborn or or we can keep it to where there's only like maybe 1, 2, or 3 of them out of the 5 or 6 choices that you guys will have, will provide an opportunity for a wolf to be reborn. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think it could be really fun, especially because even if I put that choice in there, what you guys decide kind of randomly determines if that wolf has another chance or not. So it's not like we would always be guaranteed, say, Luna being reborn, but it would be kind of funny if I used a random generator and you guys just kept picking Luna by accident for like 6 generations and she was reborn again and again and again. That could happen. That sounds like it would be fun. There we go. All right, you guys. So we have our little wolf pups. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, well, you guys actually voted that the spirits of the wolf pups you were sending down were spirits who really were a bit more sly. They kind of hid in the shadows a little bit more, and they like to tug on tails and ears of any of the spirit wolves that walked by. So these are very playful, very mischievous little spirits, and they do not include Basil among their number. Basil was in the options for you guys to vote on as one of the wolf pup spirits to send down to the next litter, to this litter right here, but he was not among this group. You guys ended up picking a brand new group instead. And the special wolf who's born into this litter, his name is Nightwatch. There we go. So that is Nightwatch, and he is very skilled and talented at night. So if we don't break the Sorrow of the Skies curse, Nightwatch actually has a really great time because he always gets to play on one difficulty setting easier than what we rolled, depending on like if it's night. If it's night and Nightwatch is the heir, or Nightwatch is the current wolf that we're working with, he always gets to play on one difficulty setting easier than what was rolled for him. So that's his only perk right now. He might earn more perks in the future, but that's what we have. So there we go. And then we have his siblings. So we do have some new ones, and this is Usagi. And that actually means rabbit in Japanese, and that's like one of the biggest requested names we've had recently. And I was going to save her as a special thing, but I decided I wanted her to be in here too. She is going to have a special ability as well, where I think it's going to be either 3 or 5 rabbits that she kills, she gets an ancestor blessing, because her name means rabbit. And also Sailor Moon's name in Japanese is Usagi. And so that means she's going to, the rabbit in the moon is the Japanese saying they see a rabbit in the moon instead of a man in the moon. So Usagi is kind of related to the moon in that way, and the moon is the moon pack. So you can see where I was going with that, and I'll stop rambling now because I just got excited. All right, and then we will also be sending down a few others. So we have, let's see, we have Sky, and then we also have Clover. And there's some other very special names that I've actually saved. So if you guys suggested some really special names, don't be discouraged. If I have thought that might be a name associated with a special ability, I tucked that to the side, and it will come up as a possible pup to be born in the future. But we're going to try to keep it, other than this one, because I couldn't pass up Usagi and because you guys voted on Nightwatch. Other than this one, we're going to keep it so that there's only one wolf born every litter that immediately has a special ability. Other ones can earn it depending on what happens in the story. And we'll try to keep it kind of even. All right, enough rambling about that. I needed to explain that since it's the first time we're doing this. Also, they rolled a 5 and we were playing on Arduous. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he has to play a pretty challenging year. So we actually got an easier year. Oh, that's so cool. Kuma's kind of flip side is that he always has to play on a harder year than what he rolled. Oh, we need to make it night. Sorrow of the Skies is still here. And then we'll look at the colors of our puppies. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. There's so much going on. And if you guys think it's a little bit too overpowered to have special puppies born, and remember, just because they're born doesn't mean that you guys are going to vote on them as the heir. It just kind of adds a new level of interest to it, and sometimes you guys may actually vote to play as that wolf, if not as the heir, but to perhaps play as them for perhaps like a few episodes, so that they can have the chance to maybe earn some ancestor blessings, say at Lost River or over at the mountain area. That's something we might be able to do in the future too. Usagi, where are you going? Oh, I thought she was going to be like a little white wolf, but actually it looks like she's a brown wolf. Sky is a dark gray wolf, Nightwatch is a dark gray wolf, and Clover is a dark gray wolf. So we have one little boy, that's Nightwatch right here. And then we have Sky, our little girl. And then, Willow, and Clover and Usagi are already playing with each other. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, hey puppies. Hey, we have some playful puppies. Playful puppies have been born. And it looks like Clover and Usagi actually get into trouble with one another. They're already wandering away. So come over here, little ones. And yeah, I feel like it's maybe a little bit imbalanced. Oh, look at Usagi. She is so playful. And Nightwatch is so playful too. Come here, Clover. It looks like Sky is the most serious. I bet she's going to get along very, very well with her very observant but friendly. In fact, actually, if the puppies are super friendly, I wonder which one would get along best with Spirit. All right, we have to pick him up. Oh, geez, Willow, you scared me. Nightwatch, he's just spinning around in circles. So he seems like he's a little bit playful too. We'll have to kind of see how their personalities go out. Usagi, stay over here. We've just about trained you guys to stay. Oh my gosh, Clover and Nightwatch. They're so playful. They're so playful, you guys. I love it. All right, the mission is complete. And we have taught our babies to stay over here and stay near the den. So hopefully they will do that. They're absolutely adorable and extremely playful. Oh my gosh. Look at Clover. She is like the most playful thing. But that's what I mean. Just because we have special wolf pups born doesn't mean... Oh, Nightwatch, where are you going? Just because we have... Look, the coyote was hiding behind that bush. Did you see that? But yeah, it doesn't mean that they'll be voted as heir. So even though special wolf pups with abilities may be born, it just is kind of like a way to show how our packs have kind of developed special storylines. And we may even change it from being special powers to just being like special storylines, special things that would offer side quest opportunities. So yeah, we're constantly working on making WolfQuest better. That's kind of what I'm trying to explain here. And that is why we have the gigantic WolfQuest library that I'm adding to every day and trying to tidy up every day. So I highly recommend checking that out, you guys. It's linked in the video description below. It'll really help you guys. I'm going to be working on the terminology page for WolfQuest later. And if you guys have suggestions, or if you guys think, again, that I may be making it a little bit too out of hand with some of the story elements, let me know. It's just trying to find that balance. And I have had a rush of new ideas lately. So I know it's been a little bit like, well, geez, everything, like there's Sorrow of the Skies going on, and there's this going on, and there's still challenges going on. There is a challenge. But I think Grandpa Atlas approves. Grandpa Atlas approves because he just got us a hare. And it seems like everybody wants to eat our gray puppies this time. Oh no. Oh, come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. For real, Kuma? Kuma. Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sky, for crying out loud, get out of here. Sky, get away. Oh my gosh. And there goes Ancestor Blessing number 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. The pups learned nothing. That was a temporarily bad dream. There goes Ancestor Blessing number 2. Now we're down to just 2 Ancestor Blessings. And we're gonna remember never get stuck on that log again. So Kuma apparently trips over his feet. Sky was just like... Sky, you're gonna make me panic with your personality, little one. You're gonna make me panic. And yeah, like I said, if things are getting a little too out of hand, let me know. I think it'll be easier once I just start rolling with everything and playing with it. And we'll get there, you guys. We'll get there. Oh, thank you so much for hanging in there while I figure out these new ways to bring you some awesome wolf quest. And we will have more adventures and hopefully a living set of puppies next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget, even if our wolf pups do have special abilities, that doesn't mean they're going to live to the summer hunting grounds. And I do plan on doing a lot more side stories where maybe we just play as 1 or 2 of the pups who aren't even going to be the heirs in the future, if you guys are interested in that. So we'll work on that. All right, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.